So today we're going to have a grown-up conversation. We're going to be doing what I call thinking out loud. So as we think out loud, I just want everybody to keep an open mind that this is an opinion simply supported by facts. Um, Prostitution is respectfully called sex work. Sex work is the sexual performance and or material, any sexual performance and or material in exchange for any type of money. Sex work is also things like pornography. I know we don't think about pornography as sex work, but it is. So today, I'm not here to talk about the act of prostitution or whether or not you all agree with having sex for money. I'm not advocating morality or personal choices. But what I am here to do is talk about the rights of prostitutes. So today I'm going to talk about why prostitution should be legalized in the United States. Today I'm going to describe the growing problems that have occurred since prostitution is illegal. I'm going to go over the causes of prostitution and then shed some light on solutions to what America has deemed a crime. So as I discuss the problems, I want us to think about a girl named Linda. I made this girl up, so she's imaginary. Linda's about 25 years old. She lives in a high poverty setting. She has an education level of a GED or high school diploma equivalent. She's never worked a job above minimum wage, so she's working jobs like serving fast food or working at your local mall. She isn't making any real money in order to be able to provide for her family. Linda decides to become a prostitute. Now, Linda used condoms with all of her clients, but this one particular guy refused to use a condom. So instead, he decided to rape her. So now this is what I call Linda's secret. A lot of other prostitutes are just like Linda. They're unable to go to the police and talk to them about being raped during prostitution because they are, one, afraid that the police won't believe them, or two, they're afraid that they will get in trouble because they were prostituting and they know that it's illegal. So first, legalizing the prostitution will enable equal working conditions. Would you guys agree that in America we go through great measures to give jobs that have dangerous conditions equal working conditions and resources? Like police officers, or even if you're working in a sewing shop, we go at great measures to make sure that people are treated fairly in working conditions, from unions, etc. So if prostitution were to become legal, prostitution will be able to be regulated and become safe for the client and the prostitute. According to Farley, Facts About Prostitution, retrieved April 10th, 80% of prostitutes are raped. My second point, sex work has become a demeaning thing. People think of prostitutes in a very discriminatory fashion. You either think of them as hookers or whores. There are just a lot of negative connotations that are involved with the idea of sex work or prostituting. According to Why Is Prostitution Criminalized of 2010, majority of clients are married men. So would you guys agree, you can just give me a head nod, that Christianity is one of the more dominant religions in the United States? Okay, so with that, you're aware of the Ten Commandments. So the Ten Commandments, in one of the Ten Commandments, it states like, "Thou shalt not cheat on my spouse," or something of that nature. So, according to this same source, society sees prostitution as a threat to the moral order and specifically to family and institution of marriage. Within Christianity and within the United States, we strictly promote monogamous relationships. On the other hand, in places like India, where non-monogamous relationships are being promoted, prostitution is legal. Now, I'm not sure if this is a coincidence, but you can't not legalize something just because of the fear that a faithful spouse will turn into a cheating spouse based on the legalization of a certain profession. That's a personal decision of that man. And that's discrimination. So as I go into causes, why do people prostitute? Well, the better question is, why do people have sex? sex for pleasure. People have sex to deepen intimacy. People have sex to bear children. And not to mention, people are having sex to make money. Prostitution is one of the oldest professions in this game. According to the causes of prostitution retrieved April 19th, the main cause for prostitution in women of minority is few economic opportunities. So women are in poverty. According to Poverty in the United States, retrieved April 19th, female heads of households are more likely to be poor, and over 5 million more women below poverty than men. This is because, according to The Truth About Gender Pay Gap of Spring 2015, in 2013, full-time year-round workers, women, were paid 78% of what men were paid. So, when women say that sex work is a form of livelihood or commerce, set aside your discomforts and listen. It's obvious that if the problem is that we're not being seen equally as men if we legalize prostitution, well, we're already not equal to men without the legalization of prostitution. So as I go back to Miss Linda, which I said before that she's the oldest profession, has the oldest profession in the game, we can't stop her from becoming a prostitute or prostituting her body. But what we can do is provide equal resources for her. Decriminalizing prostitution would give her fair working conditions, health benefits, and most importantly, to stop judging her. Should prostitution be legal? Okay, I got 10 minutes. Should prostitution be legal of 2013 states? Roughly half of the streets prostitutes in D.C. and New York are HIV positive. Newark and New York, 60% have the AIDS virus. Yet in Nevada, where prostitution is legal, as of 1889, not one state licensed prostitute has ever tested positive for HIV or AIDS. So that being said, legalizing prostitution will give us equal working conditions. According to Salary and Benefits of DC.gov, retrieved April 21st of 2015, police officers are offered at least 3 different health plans. With this being said, this is because security and police officers are involved in a very dangerous profession. And we all can see that prostitution is just as equally dangerous, if not more dangerous. So in conclusion, I have told you not to pay attention to whether prostitution makes you feel uncomfortable, but we're here to talk about the rights of the citizen. So the legalization of prostitution in the United States would promote equal working conditions, decrease STIs and HIV throughout communities, and provide comfort going to the police. These women should be treated fairly. The real harm in sex work comes not from the act of selling sex, but from the stigma and violence surrounding it. Thank you.